Hi friends, Vicky here. I'm going to do a tutorial on these teeny tiny flowers that I made. I had a request a few weeks ago actually. Just life got in the way and I couldn't get to it, but here I am. And so I would like to first start out with my usual. I usually tell about the inspiration behind these teeny tiny flowers. Okay, so this is my collage, and I use these tiny little flowers. And these are primas, and I ran out. So I want to recreate that. Meanwhile, I saw Tim Holtz, his video on his little apparatus he used, and he did a tutorial on the teeny tiny flowers. And so he brought out this to buy and this and this and this as a set. So I bought it, of course, because I don't have anything like that. I do, however, have these stylus in my stash, which work. So if you have that, this will work. About this size, works good. And this one, but this one does not work for the teeny tiny flowers, okay? Look at that glue. Anyway, and then I use these, just regular old, what is this now? Is it, it might be medical. I don't know. I don't know where I got these. I've had these forever. But this is just, tweezers. Pick up tweezers. And for me, I like these over this because I use these for transferring, and I don't need them to be stationary. This works great for stationary, so I mean, it stays closed and holds your piece of paper so that you can just twirl it around and not having to worry about clipping it, holding it tight while you're trying to dye or spray or whatever. Okay, so if you have this and something that's spongy like this is not real spongy, but it gives, okay, so something like that, then you don't need to buy this. All right, so anyway, I was inspired by Timmy for those, and then I thought, I have punches, let's try punches. And so I have various punches. Look in your stash, I'm sure you have punches. This is a Daiso. This and this are EK Success ones. They may still have these, I don't know. Do your research and maybe you'll find it on eBay. This is a Fiskars. So I've had these forever. I don't know. I don't know whether Paper Studios is from Hobby Lobby. If they still have that. I have this one and I have this one. And Paper Studios. And then I have the Martha Stewart ones, but this one only has 4 petals, but this works really good for thicker papers because it is a bigger punch, okay? The papers I use for those teeny tiny ones, the best ones is wrapping paper, or you can use vellum, medium weight vellum, and or you can use a thin paper that you can color, do a little watercolor, and then you'll get variation of color like this, the center pink one. So it's like a paper that, I did some watercoloring on, and then you have variation of color, and then you can just punch it out, okay? So that's paper wise. So I'm going to do this one today. So let me get these out of the way, and then you're going to use this vellum, and it punches out really well. This medium weight vellum. The lighter weight vellum, I have that also, but it doesn't keep its shape too well. But you could use these flat. It looks good too. You don't need to use the flower shaper and make it. You can just use that and put your center. I use a mustard seed center, but you can use seed, anything really, seed beads, or any other thing that you have in your stash, just to make it a little dimensional in the center. Okay, so I have punched out some things that you can use cardstock too. It's a little bit rough on the puncher, if you use cardstock. So I recommend maybe using a little thinner, like copy paper if you're going to do white, and the medium-sized vellum, or you can use tracing paper or tissue paper, but that's going to be really thin. You can layer those if you like. So let me just show you how to form it. I'm going to use this one first. So if you have this in your stash, first you want to just do your little petals, and you can do this or you don't have to do it, and just push. Actually, you want to go from outer to inner, and it comes up better. Outer petal to in the center, and you'll get that curve of the petal. See that curve on the end of the petal? Now you flip it over, and you're going to push it down in the center. And then if you want it tighter, you're just going to go push it down and twirl it in the center, like you're drawing a circle. So, and that one is done for me. I like it. So I'm going to get my tweezer, and I'm just going to put it on my paper. Over on the other side, I'm going to put it, and it looks bright only because my light overhead is making it. Now I'm going to use Tim Holtz's little one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just go from the outer to the inner, and he does an excellent job of tutorial, and he takes a long time to talk to you about that. So I would recommend watching that. If you just want to do this part like this, it's you know, that's all you really need. And then flip it over so the petals are going outwards, and then push it in and make a circle. Okay. And this one came out wonky. I don't know why. Maybe I should look at the actual flower rather than through the lens. Okay. So anyway, I think that one's good too. So I'm going to put that on the paper over here so I can put the glue in. Okay. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to bring this closer and show you. See, you can use variation of color with watercolor, and then you can punch out your flower. Let me just grab one of these, because this is that dollhouse paper that has a teeny tiny print, and I want to make one of those. It's this paper here, and I got that at Hobby Lobby. So they have like dollhouse paper, and you can just, you know, get that, and it has a teeny tiny print on it, and I like how it just, you know, has, I just like that look. It looks so dainty. Okay, so I'm going to move my things over here, and then I'm going to put a dab of this glue on. Hopefully it's going to come out nicely. Oh, it's cooperating. So I'm going to just put a little glue here. Okay, and this is how I do this now, because I want to make sure my little tip of my tweezer is clean. And I'm going to grab, here's my little seed beads or mustard seed, and I did a whole thing about the mustard seed, so I won't tell you again. And I'm going to put it right in the center, make sure I'm on camera, and I'm just going to drop it in. I tried it the other way, and it was harder. So this was gotten a little easier, and I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm going to go ahead and grab another one after I wipe my tip of my, because I got some glue on it. And so I'm going to wipe it with a wet wipe, and also with a cotton cloth, and I'll grab one, and hopefully I can just get the little tip into the glue and set that right in the center and I need my other finger to hold down the flower. And just press it, and it's in. Cute! And then wiping again. And some of you have said, sorry I keep bumping into the iPad here, but I don't have a real good setup. Sorry, not a professional. But I like how that looks. Look how cute that is, that little tiny one. Isn't that so cute? With a little bit of a print on it. And then, so that's how you do it. That's it. That's it. And so any other of the flowers, you do it the same way. I don't think I need to show you how to do that. Okay. But the other tip, rather than not trying to be a long video, would be, I just found these this morning. I mean, I did some, okay, let me show you this. Okay, here. This is the mini tattered flowers of, here's a number up here, of Tim Holtz. And I just love this set. I made the larger ones and I layered them and just formed them the same way. And it's so cute. And look how in the center I put them kind of the little bit bigger daisy flower in the center, and then with the mustard seed in the center. But see, the tattered flower just has that little bit of a ruffle on it. Okay, and I formed it the same way pretty much, and I layered several of them. And this is using like a tracing paper or wrapping paper, you know, the tissue paper, that weight, those kinds of things. So I did this. This is one of my tags that I made, and I put it on here with some different kinds of fibers, and I thought that came out really cute. And then let me show you this other one that I made, this card. And look at these daisies. Aren't those so cute like that? And they're just a little bit formed, but they came out really cute with this watercolored branches. I thought that was so cute. So let me just show you the die cut. So I die cut these this morning, and I thought, you know, it has some teeny tiny ones, so if you don't have punches, maybe these will work. So it has these little tiny dies in here, and there's several dies, but look how cute these are. Okay, so you can tell this is the daisy one, and let's compare it. Let's compare the size from the punch. And these you can do the really thin or thicker ones because it goes through the die and not the punch. And so if you have fibers in your paper, it's not going to be a big problem. I put several of these in here. And I don't want to take the time to unravel all these little pieces, but let's just compare the size to the teeny tiny ones. So I'm going to bring this over. And so you may want to just consider this. Look, almost the same size. So rather than going through your punches, you would, if you wanted to invest in the die, you will be able to have a lot of variety because you can make the teeny tiny flowers like that. And there's also this shape, and there's so many shapes. I mean, you could just tell by but I just wanted you to see these on actually the ones that are already, and this shape too. So this one is even different. You probably can compare it to one of these. I know I made this size. Yeah, so let me also, it looks more like this one, right? That one, even though this is more of a fiber paper. But you probably, if you have that fiber paper, you can also die cut those. So that's really cool. So you have, I don't know how many, what does it say, 21? 21 dies. So you have all these different leaves and the branch, and then you have this tattered flower, and you have this tattered flower, bigger ones, and this one. Okay, so let me show you these that I cut out. These are the larger ones, and I think this is the one I used. Yeah, you'll see this, and this is several layers in here of that thin paper. Okay, and so that's how I got to make this one. And I gave Marilyn G a bunch of these, and that's this. And this paper is more of a, you can tell the difference. Now this one is the vellum, and I think I have some other ones. You know, the tracing paper is like vellum also, but maybe like the tissue paper or the deli paper. I think maybe that's the deli paper. Is more like this. It comes up, and I just love how it comes out. You can see it, the fiber type. It's kind of a I don't know, it has texture, right? Whereas the vellum is flat. So this one has texture, and I layered them and alternated, you know, the petals so that the back one shows. So it came out really cute. So you might want to try that one too. So that is my tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I kept it under 20 minutes. Yay! Oh, this is my third take. Okay, so you guys have a terrific day, and I will be back probably. I'm going to do a little more crafting today. This is my only day to do crafting, so I'm going to do a little bit more, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.